Whenever your dog starts to backslide or experience spontaneous recovery, this is what we go into in order to bring them back around, okay? Alrighty, y'all, so I have talked about spontaneous recovery. Now I want to show you what that looks like. So this here is Ozzy. I'm gonna post up some footage of when he was in training with me. And this is what kind of happens when you're not in training for a little while and then you kind of come back. Now he and I obviously have a really great relationship. He's very relaxed around me, very excited. But what we see is that he is just ripping and running like crazy, and I've been trying to get control of him. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. He's, as you saw earlier, he tried to jump on me. So kind of all of his training has just reset. Now he's kind of starting to look to me for some rewards and stuff. Ozzy, here. Good. And he switches back relatively quickly, but chances are his attention span is going to be really, really low. You down? Oh, maybe not. Good. Okay, break. Good boy. Good. So a little bit before I started taking this video, he was basically unmanageable. Right now, he's looking for toys. He's looking for any way to get away with what he wants to do. And so that's what spontaneous recovery is. After going through training, a dog will backslide just a little bit and try and revert back to those old behaviors that worked for them before to get attention, but now they don't really work. And he's trying to push buttons and not have to be obedient because he's like, well, I'm on my own program right now. So what I'm going to show you is what you do whenever a dog is experiencing spontaneous recovery and how we can kind of bring him back. Ozzy. So what I did right there was I made a sound with the tennis ball to offer him something to do, and it's still just not enough for him. So I want to get control of him as quick as I can. Ozzy, here. Good. Sit. Let's see how he leashes. Haven't put a leash on him yet. And he just bolts off. He's like, nope, I'm not going to do any of that stuff. So what if you're having problems with your dog doing something like this? This is exactly what you're going to do. Ozzy, here. Sit. Ozzy, here. Do the recall with the collar grab. Excellent. There we go. Now he's a little more focused up. He smells treats. There we go. So let's see how he works, starting off with just trying to walk on a leash. He's pulling ahead, but now, okay, kind of paying attention to me. He dropped a treat. Okay, good, good. Better, better, good. Heel, good heel. Good heel, yes. Good. He goes to walk away from me with the heel. I give him some little bit of correction. Good, sit. Excellent. Down. Good. Stay. So basically you just have to stick to the training. Here. Good. Going back to what he knows, back to the basics of just how do we walk on a loose leash? How do we do these things? Good boy. Good. And then he'll snap right to, because it's basically inside of psychology, it's something called heuristics. You're going back to what you know in order to kind of learn something new. And even though none of this is new, he's backslid, so it's not been an expectation he's had in this room for a while. He's like, well, I can act out. I can go chase after toys and do whatever I want to do. And I'm saying that's just not acceptable, okay? Good. And now we've got a lot of good focus. Ozzy, focus. Good. Now he's right back to it. Now that doesn't mean that whenever I pop this leash off, he's not going to go crazy, because that's something called a conditional stimulus, and we'll kind of talk about that later. Oh, very good. Good, and even off the leash. Now we're just going to go ahead and release him. Break. Good boy. Good. So whenever your dog starts to backslide or experience spontaneous recovery, this is what we go into in order to bring them back around, okay? Yes.